Hey guys, Sonia here. Let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday was my 9-month surgiverssary. And yesterday was Tuesday, so it also was weigh-in day. The 11th of the month, this one I have my surgiversaries. And Tuesdays are my weigh-in days because my surgery was on a Tuesday. So, 9 months. And it's a whole new world. I'm down 91 pounds total. Like 30 of that was pre-op. 27 or something. I don't even remember right now. Highest weight ever, 297. Day of surgery weight, 270.4. So yeah, 26.6 pounds pre-op. Yesterday's weight, 206.0. We won't talk about today's weight because it was lower because I finally went to the bathroom. But it doesn't count because it's not a Tuesday. So, but I was curious. Life is good. The syncope is pretty much under control. And my electrophysiologist definitely says that is a result of my surgery. Though my surgeon still won't acknowledge that. His PA and his nurse were both very willing to consider that and to mention it to their other patients to make sure, you know, if they're having dizzy issues or whatever. And my electrophysiologist says, you know, probably just my type of surgery, which is the VSG, because they actually remove the stomach with that, and within your stomach there are vagal receptors. So those receptors are removed, therefore my vagal nerves no longer have some of the proper things that they talk to, so it causes a little haywire. For some people more so than others. For me, it's definitely a lot of haywire that it causes. I take Midodrine 5 milligrams 3 times a day if it's a good day. I can take up to 6 tablets a day, so that would be 30 milligrams total for the day, which is the maximum FDA approved dose. Do not make adjustments to your medication without consulting your physician. I am not a physician. This is what they do for me, and I have permission from my physician to adjust my dose depending upon my symptoms. The heat, I need to move to Antarctica, I think, where it's never warm. The heat is not my friend. We've actually had some beautiful days. Like the last week, we've had nice 70-degree weather, fantastic, perfect days to be out and about. Yeah, no, that is too warm for my autonomic system. It does not respond well, but it's going to get over it because I'm not staying inside. I just up my dose, which helps. So, yep, the last few days I've been taking anywhere from 4 to 6 pills a day, depending on my symptoms. The other time I have to increase my dose is when I have my monthly cycle, which is kind of bi-monthly lately, which sucks. But hopefully as, I don't know, you're burning fat. Fat contains hormones, so your hormones get all out of whack. It doesn't just screw around with your emotions and your moods. It's gonna mess with everything. That's why some of us have acne like we're teenagers again, and some of us get periods every other week, and you know, I don't know what the poor guys go through. I'm sure acne and mood swings, but whatever. There's nothing we can do to stop it until I finish losing weight. I'm not finished losing weight, so I'll deal with it between now and then. Also, because of that, I now take iron twice a day. 325 twice a day. My iron, at 3 months, my iron was okay. At 6 months, my iron had gotten lower. It wasn't low, but it had dropped into the 30s. Normal is from like 8 to 240. It's a huge range. 'Cause, A couple weeks ago, I had been really tired for a couple weeks, so I called my PCP and I was like, look, we need to do my blood work early. Either my iron's gotten lower, or my B12's low, or something's not right, because I'm exhausted all the time. So we checked my iron and it was down to 8. Yep, right at the bottom of normal. And at 6 months, we had changed my multivitamin from a regular multivitamin to a multivitamin with iron. So with increasing, like purposely adding in a small dose of iron, my iron still dropped. So now I'm taking the 325 twice a day. I've been doing that for about 2 weeks now, I guess. I don't know, week and a half. And I'm not as exhausted. So that's good. She says as it builds the back up in my system, it should get better. We're doing all my blood work again. Not all my blood work, we're doing, my B12 was fine, so we won't do it again for 6 months. My D3 is finally in the normal range, but it's still not like in the middle of the normal range, so she would like it higher, which I'm actually out in the sun, so that'll help. But we did increase my dose. I now take 10,000 IU daily when I remember. That might help if I remember to take it. I do remember to take like the more important things, but yeah, I know D is important too. And then my iron is up to 650 for the day, 325 twice a day. So surgery-wise, I'm off all the bad medications that I was on pre-op. I was on metformin for diabetes. I was on hydrochlorothiazide and lisinopril, I think it was, for blood pressure, for high blood pressure. And I had taken a simvastatin before for my cholesterol, but had gotten that pretty much under control with the diet, or at least back to the high end of normal, or just the very low end of high, so she wasn't making me take medication for that anymore. But so now I take nothing for diabetes. My A1C, which we just checked, was 5.4, and that is with having reintroduced carbs and sugar into my world. Of course, my 3-month post-op A1C was fabulous. It was 5.2, because I was having no carbs, no sugar, good or bad carbs, just zero. Now I will occasionally have a bite or two of potato. I've had some rice. I've had pasta. I've had sorry, that car just about hit my front end. I've had bad carbs, or nutritionally void. That's what I decided I like to call those foods. I've had my share of those too the last 3 months. So even with having reintroduced sugar and carbs, whether they're simple or complex, back into my diet, my A1C is responding favorably, which means my body is working properly. So that was fantastic news. My blood pressure, I actually have the opposite problem now. Rather than high blood pressure, I have low blood pressure, but that is due to my vagal nerve not communicating properly with the rest of the vagal receptors in my body, because some are missing. What else is fantastic post-op? I can move more, I can do more, I have more energy. I'm hardly ever achy and sore unless I deserve to be, unless I earned that achiness and that soreness. I'm hardly ever just sore because I'm just big and overweight and it's a lot on my body. At the end of my work day, I have no issues. Seriously, most of the times I get off, I end up going shopping. I get off at midnight, but there are 24 hours, and my favorite places to coupon tend to be 24 hours. I have become obsessed with couponing. I do try to label my videos appropriately so you don't have to watch those unless you want to. This is definitely a weight loss surgery vlog though. My daughter can wrap her arms around me and her hands touch. when she hugs me. My husband can pick me up and throw me around a lot easier than he could before. It doesn't hurt him to pick me up and throw me around anymore. I am smaller than my husband. I am about 15 pounds lighter than he is now. The other night I slept in his boxers and his t-shirt for bed. It was the first thing I saw. I was exhausted, so I grabbed it and put it on. And it was, yeah, it's probably going to become my favorite thing to sleep in just because I can. Because I'm smaller than him, and that's so flippin' awesome. What else? I do not have to go to the plus size section of the stores for clothes. I am in pretty much an extra large in the misses or juniors or whatever, and I am pants wise 16, 18, depending on how they're made. I have a lot more options when shopping. I'm trying not to do any full price retail though, because I do intend to still lose more weight. Oh gosh, this is 11 minutes. Life is great. I love it. I would do it again in a heartbeat, even if I had known beforehand that I could pass out daily, or almost pass out multiple times a day. I would do this again because the pros far exceed and outweigh the con of the syncope that I've had to deal with. It's people, like, I'll share my story or they'll listen to my story and they're like, oh, you had complications and blah blah, and it's like, no, I didn't. Nothing I've been through would make me hesitate. I would do this again in a heartbeat. So it is one of the best decisions I have ever made for myself. Have a great day, guys. Bye.